So before I start, I just wanted to say that I am a big fan of Dragon Ball Super, right? I'm a supporter. I've always tried to explain things that happen in the series. I try my best to power scale and do all this stuff. Although Dragon Ball Super 98 was confusing, no matter how you look at it, for anybody that objectively analyzes the series. Now, a good example of this, the start of the show, they're like, oh, the reason Goku's in his base form struggling against these guys, against Universe 9, is because, Super Saiyan Blue is strenuous. He shouldn't use Super Saiyan Blue. He should save his, his energy for, the tough dudes, like the Pride Troopers. And then at the end of the episode, not only is he going Super Saiyan Blue, but him and Vegeta are going Super Saiyan Blue and using their super attacks like Final Flash and Kamehameha just to kill people that Beerus refers to as fodder, right? So it's a little bit confusing. I mean, you could explain that by saying, oh, it's just the plot point spoilers for Kale and Caulifla to see Super Saiyan Blue, and then, so-and-so is going to get a little bit pissed that Caulifla is giving Goku too much attention and whatever. But the thing that really, irritated me the most was, of course, base Goku versus Universe 9. Now, if we know anything about Universe 9 from the preliminaries, is that they are actually fodder. Maybe not Bergamo. Maybe Bergamo is a little bit stronger than the other ones. But if anything, in this tournament, Bergamo seems weaker than he did in the preliminaries. So let me explain. Bergamo in the preliminaries was fighting Goku and was tanking his attacks in base form. Like, Goku was punching him in base form, and Bergamo was absorbing his hits. But then in this tournament, Goku is just fucking bodying him in base form, and then suddenly the other two fodder joining Bergamo suddenly turns the tables. Now, these are the same fodder like Lavender, who got destroyed by blind, poisoned, and unable to sense Gohan in base form before even his second round of training with Piccolo. And Basil, who on steroids, like Universe 9 drugs, got destroyed by Fat Boo. Just not even post-training skinny Boo, who was somewhat capable of, swapping around with base Goku. No, fat Boo, right? So why is it that these three fodder are able to fight base Goku? It just doesn't, logically, it doesn't make sense. I was thinking about this and I was discussing this with other people. I'm like, you know what, maybe the difficulty is coming from, oh, Goku's not allowed to hit them too hard because they'll die. But then at the same time, if you look at other events in Dragon Ball Z, like in the Namek Saga, Goku fights the Ginyu Force, and despite not killing anybody and just bodying Jason Birder, who used teamwork, he didn't kill them. And he destroyed them. So there's no actual excuse why Goku didn't destroy Universe 9, especially as a Super Saiyan. Why is it as well that he was clearly stronger than them in base form, right? You could argue, oh, maybe they were just relative to his base form, which is absolute bullshit if base Gohan and Fat Boo are mollywopping these guys. But regardless, let's say their base form is somewhat a little bit stronger than them, and that they're able to, fight their base forms. But then why is it that as Super Saiyans, they don't just one-shot all of them? Like, Super Saiyan is literally Goku times 50. He shouldn't need anything beyond that. And then not only does he just go Super Saiyan, it still swaps hands with some of them, and just like this little twirl and finesses them a bit. He then goes out of his way to go Super Saiyan Blue. So, I was just curious what your guys' opinions on that were. Obviously, it's just plot, but if you guys have any explanation other than just plot, I've also heard the argument that, oh, maybe Universe 9 just got a lot stronger during the, after the preliminaries in the 2 days until the tournament. Although I have to firmly disagree with that, actually. That's definitely not a good cop-out argument. The reason I say that is because, according to Bergamo and all of them, the reason they are so powerful is because they have been fighting in this garbage dump of Universe 9, which apparently everyone fights each other in all the time because it's just a shithole, and they use teamwork to defeat stronger opponents. So they don't have any, latent potential like Frieza or Majin Buu. There's no excuses. They've been fighting their entire life to get that powerful, and they were still only, base Goku level. So there's no reason that they got some exponential power increase in, say, 2 days. And also, I'd like to include that Bergamo and the Trio de Dangers were helping the Supreme Kai and the God of Destruction find fighters for Universe 9, and they were actually struggling to find members. Like, they would go to city, the city would be rampaging, they'd have to destroy the city and go somewhere else and look. So it's clear that the Trio de Dangers, not only on top of having this potential that's nowhere near Frieza or Boo to skyrocket them to some absurd wank level, they also were extremely busy for the 2 days. So there's no excuse for them to be that powerful. So I do not agree with that argument. I'd also like to include the fact that there is a fighter from Universe 10 that was able to take on 3 of Basil's attacks. Like, 3 of Basil's, shining blaster attacks that he spammed all throughout the tournament and didn't fall off the arena. Yet here's Base Frieza obliterating this guy, like torturing him, no difficulty. And Base Frieza is supposed to be a rival to Base Goku, if not being far weaker, since, the Golden Frieza transformation was equal to Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Is supposed to be stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, at least in terms of a multiplier increase, yet Base Frieza is able to body these guys, but Goku can't. So it might be possible that Goku is simply suppressing himself in base. If that were the case, then is the old Kai simply wrong about Super Saiyan Blue being strenuous? Because it seems like Dragon Ball Super is definitely taking this entertainment over logic approach, which Dragon Ball is usually known for, but Dragon Ball's kind of followed some form of logic, and Dragon Ball Super is just kind of throwing that out the window a little bit. So I was just curious what you guys' thoughts are on that. Hope you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter. Until next time.